Hello everyone, this is Rich, and here's a few examples of how to use Windows using keystrokes only. I'm going to take my pointer and move it over here. Now the first one that most people know is AltTab. If you press and hold Alt and then Tab, you can continue to press Tab until you find the application currently open that you want. When you do, you stop and let go, and then it brings up the application. If we want to maximize this window, Alt space and then X. If we want to restore it back to where it was, Alt space and then R. If we want to size the window, Alt space S, and the easiest way I find it from this point is down, right, and then you can go up, 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 and left, 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 left. Sizes it up, make it back the way it was. When you're done, press enter. If you want to minimize, Alt space N. Now we'll use a couple of the WindKey functions. The WindKey is on your keyboard and it looks like a Microsoft flag. First, I'm going to bring up the other applications I have open currently. There we go. If we want to minimize everything, it's WindKey and M. If you want to bring everything back, it's WindKey Shift M. Brings it all back. Here's a couple of other WindKey things you can do. If you want to bring up, let me just minimize all that. If you want to bring up the Windows Explorer, it's WindKey E. That's your Windows Explorer, not to be confused with Internet Explorer. And we'll go ahead and minimize that with WindKey M. If you want to bring up the start menu, it's just WindKey. If you want to get rid of it, escape. If you want to bring up a run dialog, WindKey R. That's run. We can bring up a command prompt or anything we want. I'm going to put in CMD, press enter. There's a command prompt window. If you want to bring up system properties, WindKey break. The break key usually says pause break on your keyboard, and it's normally above the set of keys that says home, end, insert, page up, page down, delete, and so on. Get rid of this, we can just hit escape. Let me bring up those system properties again just to show you something. WindKey break. If you want to move between tabs, and note that my mouse pointer is not moving, you press and hold Control and then Tab. This will go through each individual tab in the system properties. And this is for any dialog box in Windows that has tabs. When we're done, just simply hit escape. If I go back to it once more, WindKey break. If I want to go and click the OK button without the mouse, I can just use Tab alone. You'll notice that when I do that, it's highlighting different things, and I hit it once. It highlights OK. To execute the OK function, we can hit the space bar or Enter key. So I press space bar, and it goes away. Now here's an application that I use, which I find rather cool, is something called Launchy. I blogged about this recently. You can use it as a, the normal keystroke is Alt space, but I changed mine to WindKey space. If I want to launch a Firefox browser, or let's just say an Internet Explorer browser, I just type in enter, and there it is. Found it. Press enter. Launches Internet Explorer. If I'm in Internet Explorer, let me go maximize this window. If I'm in Internet Explorer and I want to load a website, I can just simply press F. I think it's, oh, nope, Control L. And then, actually, I think Control O does it too. Yes. Control L or O will bring up the open dialog box. Go to a website. By the way, if you want to close an application, you can do this by Alt space C, or simply by pressing Alt F4, and that brings it up too. If I bring up Launchy again, just type in FIR, and then there's Firefox, press enter, and there's Firefox. In Firefox there are keystroke specific things which are pretty cool. If you want to load a web address, you can just do F6, or you can do Control L. And it brings up a website. If you do Control K, this goes to the search box at the top right. So if I just go there, I can put in the search term, press enter. If you're on any web page, you can use the tab, and this is admittedly, it takes a long time to do. You can use tab to go around links. Anything that is linkable or a form, you can use that, and you can use your up and down arrows on your keyboard to do this. You can also use your page up and page down. You can also go directly to the end of the page by Control End, and then Control Home to go back up to the top. Close that. Now here are a few things that work across both the Firefox browser and the Internet Explorer 7 browser. If I go to Internet Explorer 7 and I want to make a tab, Control T, that makes a tab. If I do Control T again, that makes another tab. To move in between tabs, it's Control Tab, as in Control Tab key on your keyboard, like this. To close a tab, it's Control W, and we'll close this one too, Control W. If we do Control W again, and there's only one tab there, it closes the whole browser. The same thing occurs. This website here. Same thing occurs in Firefox. Control T opens up a blank window. We'll just go to Google here, and then Control T, go to Yahoo, Control T, go to msn.com. Control Tab, as in the tab key, goes through these. For anyone that you're on that you want to close, Control W, Control W, Control W, and like Internet Explorer, Control W closes the whole thing. That's a quick overview of some keystrokes you can use in Windows, and now I'm going to go back to using my mouse.